We got our wake-up calls. Our conscience is pricked. And we decide to follow Jesus and distance ourselves from the worldly foolishness. So we're in the fight. We're in the struggle. It's a good place to be, actually. And some of the battles have been fairly easy. You know, you think about some of the things that you have overcome, and you say, well, that wasn't too bad. But some of the battles require not only much prayer, but a whole lot of fasting. But yet after a while, man, we got to get honest with ourselves. After a while, things have gotten just a little bit more difficult. It's like climbing the mountain, and the higher you go, it seems like the harder it gets. And so things are a little bit more difficult. Our Christian experience is just a bit more than we imagine. The yoke that Christ talks about as being easy is not quite as easy, or doesn't feel that way. The burden that's supposed to be light feels a little bit heavier. It's like we hit a snag. We're in this slog. So the question is, and if we're sincere, we got to be at least sincere. And that's just a start. We got to be at least asking ourselves this question. I know I do. What's keeping us from having victory over those besetting sins? Because if we're not at least asking that question, why don't we just all get together and pack our bags and go home? We've got to also ask, what's keeping us from having true peace and joy in Jesus no matter what the circumstances? Because I've said it before, if we're acting just like the world when things come upon us and we're getting all anxious and out of sorts, then what's the difference? We're not trusting in Jesus, we're trusting in our own flesh.